everybody, Russian Batman here, back with another video. Today I have a Marvel showcase. It's more specifically, it's an MCU showcase. I don't have, things from a whole bunch of different films. I do also have some what if stuff, which is, technically part of the MCU, even though it's kind of like alternate realities, but, it's in the same, maybe not cinematic universe, maybe cinematic multiverse. I don't know, but I got some characters, so yeah, I would just like to show them off. So first off, the simplest one, which I barely did any modifications to, is the Watcher. So yeah, let me just get. Okay, so here I just quick modification to the Watcher. I gave him this kind of cloak, kind of dress piece because I thought fit better with all of his robes. Give him his gold band that he has on, and then also instead of giving him his cape, I put a scarf piece there, and I thought it looked better for his droopy kind of robes and stuff. So I thought that looked good for a quick just modification to the Watcher. I mean, if this came in blue, you could probably do this purist, but Nightbricks, get on that as soon as they release a blue cape. So yeah, there's Watcher. Alright, to continue the theme of what if, here is Vision with the Hydra AI, and I don't remember the guy's name, but yeah, here he is. A quick modification. All I did is I took the Vision custom I had before, and then I painted on that kind of the green head on there, and I tried to make it look kind of like a Lego head. So I put the stud on the top, and I thought it would turn out cool, and also try to give it that weird kind of shading it has with the green and the black. So I thought that looked cool as his little chest head. Also made his eyes green. His eyes weren't technically green when he got possessed, but I thought it kind of fits better if his eyes are green. Now we're gonna take a little break from checking out some what if characters, and we're gonna do let's look at let's check out a character from Black Widow, aka the Red Guard. This guy is really cool. I know there's an official figure of him. I don't have it, so I decided to make it custom. And I know the official figure doesn't come with a good shield, and it doesn't really come with this Captain America helmet piece. So I decided to make my own. Now I gave him dual molded boots and fake dual molded arms, and the black hands, but he has still kind of the white painted on there. Also same with his shoes, kind of black shoes, but the overall white boots. And yes, I try my best to paint the detail on this. Is actually a Wanda torso, just kind of flipped around and painted on, so you get that detailing. Try to paint on the star, and you also got this. Now he should really have a bigger beard. I just didn't want to sculpt on there, and I feel like some of the beards are too big. Maybe if I got that weird neck beard that a lot of people use, but I know I have it. I just don't know where it went, so I just did this for now. Also, the shield I'm really happy with. The star does look a bit wonky. I wasn't able to get the star to be perfect. As you can see, it is still a bit wonky, but it's the best I could do. It's really hard to get that star exact. There were multiple different versions of it, but this is the best one I could have made. So yeah, so there's the star with the red detailing and the red on the outside. I think this looks pretty cool as a Red Guardian shield. Maybe I might try to make it better, but like I said, it went through multiple iterations. And yeah, so there is the Red. Also, like I said, I painted on the detailing on here. Couldn't do a star, so I just did a red dot in the middle, and some black lines going on the top. And I think this looks pretty cool. So there is the Red Guardian. Alright, speaking of Guardian, I got some. Actually, before I show the Guardians of the Galaxy characters, let me show a character I've already shown off before, but I added way more to, which is Ultravision from What If. I'm really happy with this figure. And if you don't know, I've made this guy before in a previous What If showcase, but it was based off concept art, and I think it's concept art. It's the official posters they show for all the characters. But this one is just super inaccurate to the actual figure. to the actual character in the show, mainly because of the Infinity Stones. Because in this one, they had basically the opposite order, where I think it was the blue and the purple were here, and the orange and red were here. Then the green was here, and I think the red one was on the top, right, like above all the stones. But in actuality, it's a completely different order. The green one's on the bottom, and so if you want to make your own figure of this, do not look at that piece of artwork. It lies and is kind of, and it makes the head look more red than it actually is. So I try to make it look a bit more pink, the kind of pinkish vision color. Still looks very red, but yeah. So like I said, that artwork lies. Also, I gave him this kind of the blast piece in pink because I think it kind of looks cool for all of his effects that he has when he has all the stones. Also, I gave him the 4 eyes that he has on his helmet, and I also put a little black dot to represent the hole that the Mind Stone can show through once he has it over his head, the visor. And yeah, so you could still put, and also modified his staff, so it's a bit shorter. You could put it up on there, so he could have that there. Doesn't have to worry about it. I thought it was pretty cool. Something else I did, now the reason I did it with this piece is so you can actually put a special effect on there that I made. Hold up, this looks really cool. I thought this looked really cool. Here you go. I made this effect. Now it's basically just the Power Blast piece with some black dots, aka the Kirby Crackle. If you don't know what that is, it's a signature style of Jack Kirby that he used in his old comics. He would do a whole bunch of black dots and stuff around special, weird effects to make it look kind of like cool. And I decided to kind of do that in here and give it some Kirby Crackle. I thought it looked really cool, and I think it looks cool as this because he blasts stuff out of here, and I decided to use the back of it so you could actually put blast pieces in there so you can get that cool kind of effect. One other thing about this guy is I gave him an alternate head. Now I repainted this head, gave him the red eyes with the white dots in there. And I also gave him, like I said, an alternate head with the visor closed. So let me show you how that looks. If I could just, like I said, I sculpted both of these helmets by themselves. Unfortunately, I don't think they could actually come off. This one's kind of stuck on there, and the other one actually glued on to make it easier. So it's kind of like one head piece. But there you go. This is him with the helmet, the visor on. See the Mind Stone, and the red eyes are more kind of prominent. It has a little smile in there, if you can't tell. Now, what I actually did is actually got just a normal yellow Lego headpiece. Put that on, painted all around the smile, so you can get that kind of smile in there. And plus, you're gonna notice once you collect a lot of Lego, you're gonna get a lot of yellow headpieces, and they're mostly useless, to be completely honest. Because what characters are you gonna make that are yellow? So, decided to put it to use and just paint all around it. But I still think it looks good, and you got everything you really have for this version of. But I still like kind of this other head better because you can see his eyes and whatnot. But I still think it looks cool. So, I'll just show this one off because it's kind of new to this showcase. Sorry about the creaking in the background. I need to get a better chair. So next up is, I think I mentioned this before, but I got some Guardians of the Galaxy characters I decided to make. Because I recently got that Benatar set, and it came with some really cool figures. And I thought, I could modify these to make them look like, the more accurate to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, because I actually recently watched this movie. So here, first off, we got a Star-Lord from the very beginning with his big kind of trench coat that he has, and his headphones when he's kicking around the rats. So major modification is I painted. So this originally was the figure from the Benatar set, but I painted on to give him the shirt, and I painted the legs to make it look more like the longer jacket he has. So yeah, and also painted the arm, which I'm really happy with how that looks. Only this arm has cool little armor bits on there, and yeah, so you can see they also painted his hand, so he has a blue finger and kind of blue and brown glove. I think this looks really cool. I also use this the headphone piece with it used to have the mic in it, but I took it off because obviously his headphone doesn't have a mic. Now his headphones are a lot smaller than this, but I still think it looks cool because you get that kind of swervy hair piece that I think looks pretty cool. Also paint, like I said, paint on these boots with the blasters on there. Now I just based those off the T'Challa Star-Lord one because it just looks really cool. So yeah, also by the way, if you don't know, I actually finally got that figure. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you'll know that I did a whole unboxing of the entire like series of the Marvel minifigures, and I got every character except T'Challa Star-Lord, but I finally got him, so happy about that. And yeah, so this is just normal Star-Lord, and yeah, this is Peter Quill Star-Lord. All right, and there he is, and I think he looks really cool as a Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 character. And the last figure, I'm really happy with this figure, is another Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. I basically got the Teenage Groot, and I modified it to look like adult, normal Groot. And I'm really happy how this guy turned out. I've seen some other people online use the Woody legs and Woody arms to make a more accurate, Groot figure, but I just think this looks really, really cool. As you can see, like I said, he has it's all painted all around, even inside the arms, not inside the legs and not the back. It's kind of disgusting, but yeah. So, and I thought because you got this more accurate coloring for the head and the Teenage Groot face. To be completely honest, I didn't really like it. So, like I said, I repainted it to look more like adult Groot with the bags on the eyes. And the reason I did this, because I recently rewatched the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm like, damn, this is cool. So you see here, if I compare him to Star-Lord, right, he is definitely, I would say, more accurate to the original movie. Just imagining that scene where they're all walking through the hallway. But yeah, here, there's nothing really much to say. Like I said, I painted on little green roots for Groot, and then, like I said, painted the arms and little highlights in there. And yeah, it was actually pretty fun to paint. It wasn't that much of a pain, just kind of painting little random wood pieces. And yeah, so this is my adult Groot, or just like normal Groot, I guess. And I hope he does reappear in the, because if you don't, he's only been in one movie. I hope he does reappear in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, because each movie he's been like a different age. In the first Guardians of the Galaxy, or different age. First Guardians of the Galaxy is like adult Groot. Second, baby Groot. In Age of Ultron, in Infinity War, he was teenage, and now I'm hoping for this next iteration that he's back to full adult Groot. That would be cool. But yeah, so those are all the figures I have for today. All these Marvel figures. I'm really happy how a lot of these turned out. And yeah, so if you like the video, make sure to leave a like. Share this around if you think these customs are good. And, have a wonderful day. You should watch all these shows and movies that I've mentioned. Let me think. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, What If, and then also the Black Widow movie. But yeah, so like I said, just have a nice day. Watch those movies. Also, watch the 2011 film Rango. It is a very good film. You should definitely check it out. And that's really all I have for today. So have a nice one. And ciao.